classic. It's become a classic. You think it's a classic? It's a classic hip hop record. What other rap record has this many dope MCs on it?
Oh my gosh, it's a classic. Another wake up show.
Hey, classic. I'm fooling with my niggas on the wake up show. We kick a little something for the radio. I'm fooling with my niggas on the wake up show. We kick a little something for the radio.
Check it, bust it, tune it up. It's the corrupt novelist, knives involved in this liveness. Radio wave slaves thrive inside of this wake up show flow. Hip hop's alarm clock, the bomb spot. Mellow with ganja that makes my eyes turn yellow. See reclined on my leather sofa. However close to 9 p.m. Joe Quick, King Tech, I could just see him on the 1 and 2 side. My blunt and true on the run 92.3. Number 1 and the energy already. DJs, the host, he's the most. What a collaboration. See, I'm comatose, no pulse, just knowledge, and I'm born once more.
Everybody's in the house.
The street deep in the 9-4. Hip hop's last prophet henceforth in existence.
Hey, that's right. Everybody, happy birthday, Angie.
For a phenomenal distance. Electrons, the
happy birthday to Angie. I'm wearing this for you, Angie. I'm wearing this in your honor. Look at this.
You're sleeping like a ladder day.
Dorsey alumni.
Go wake you up on Saturday. 9 to 12.
Angie and I went to high school together.
Get your fix to the mix and then
let's hear some music for Angie.
I slap you with the lethal doses of medicine. So wake up with organizing the brethren. King text your quicks better than your last fix. Severing whackness with sway. The host dumps a fat mix. Baby doors frontin' so Saturday nights open. Hopping on the 101 time scoping 92.3.
We are in the mood today, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the mood. Are you in the mood? Get in the mood. Get in the mood. It's Angie's birthday. All right, all right. Everybody rocking and rolling, rocking and rolling. All right, let's pause that. Ladies and gentlemen, happy birthday to Angie Santiago. Welcome, welcome. Good morning, everybody. This is The Road to a Million. I am Daron Campbell. I'm your real estate mentor. Welcome to The Road to a Million, everybody. This is fun. It's always fun, right? We have fun every day. We're celebrating Angie today, my Dorsey alum classmate. We go way, way back. How about that? Hey, I tell you guys, if it's somebody's birthday, I got to tell you a funny little story if I know one, right? So Angie and I went to high school together. So I guess I get to tell you guys that I think she's on some kind of cruise too. Yeah, she's out on the ocean on some major cruise ship. But I'll tell you guys a real funny story. In high school, we had this thing called the Powder Puff football game, which is where the 12th grade girls play flag football against the 11th grade girls. And it was a big deal at our high school. It's called the Powder Puff football game. Well, it's kind of where we switch roles. So the girls played flag football, and the guys, me and my crew, were the cheerleaders. And the funny story about that is, as our stunt, as our little stunt, we borrowed the cheerleading skirts from our favorite cheerleaders, and we went out and performed as the cheerleaders for the Powder Puff football game, and Angie loaned me her cheerleading skirt. That's how tight me and Angie are. I have worn her skirt before. How about that? As a matter of fact, I think her mom is still upset because I don't think I ever gave her back her cheerleading skirt, right, Ange? Your mom's still mad at me. But oh my gosh, if I can find a picture one day, I'll show you guys. But the Powder Puff football game was a classic at Dorsey High, and I got Angie to thank for how good I looked in her skirt. Anyway, happy birthday, babe. Enjoy your day and enjoy that cruise. My man Chris is in the house. Brandy in the house. Chicken legs, Brandy. I have pretty legs. I just want you to know I got nice legs. All right, everybody. This is The Road to a Million. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm glad you guys are here. We're gonna have a good day today because it's Angie's birthday and there's a whole lot to talk about. You know, we cover some critical topics, and I you know, one of the great books that we're having a little book challenge, and Stephen challenged me to show 7 straight days of books that I value, like up here. And the first one that I posted yesterday, and it's called "It's Not the Big That Eat the Small, It's the Fast That Eat the Slow." Okay, go look at yesterday's look at my post up yesterday, or Steve and Cheryl's post, and you'll see a cover of the book. But it's a phenomenal book. But it's not something to be taken lightly. Think about it, what it says. It's not the big that eat the small. It's the fast that eat the slow. Do you understand? Now, what does that tell you? That says the speed of business today is rapid. The speed of business is like overnight, the world changes. The speed of business is about how fast can you get to market, and how fast can you get to your customer, and how fast can you adapt and shift. Hey, Justin, thanks for joining us. Hey, how fast are you able to be nimble and quick? Because that's the way you got to think. You want to know why? And there's a couple of reasons. There's a couple of primary reasons why. But the fact of the matter is, you got to be quick because your competition's quick. Very important. Your competition's going fast. And you got to be quick because technology is allowing everyone else to speed up. And I don't care what field you're in. I don't care what industry you're in. We all are real estate related people, or finance related people, or money related people. But you have to adapt and learn to be rapid. Yeah, Garrett, you're right. Good morning, Garrett. Money is attracted to speed, and speed captures the money. It's not the big that eat the small. It's the fast that eat the slow. They gobble up the slow. They crush the slow. Look at how fast Uber went from zero to proliferating. Look at how fast Uber wiped out. Yellow taxi filed for bankruptcy last year. Do you know why? Because Uber got invented, got to market, and ate them. And freaking ate them. Like almost overnight, right? Taxi cab industry is in trouble, okay? That's the speed of business today. That's the speed of the economy today. That's the speed of information today. That's the speed of technology today. Look at how many things have shifted industries on a dime, and it's because of how fast they were able to change the game and how fast they were able to deliver on their service or their product. Ladies and gentlemen, how many businesses has Amazon sent to the graveyard? How many businesses has Amazon sent to the graveyard? Lots. The entire bookstore industry, gone. The entire record store industry, gone. Amazon and iTunes together have done that. Look, Blockbuster Video, Netflix and Amazon, boom, have wiped that out. Why? Because they figured out how to deliver their value quicker. So not only were they invented quickly, and not only did they ramp up quickly, but the reason they were able to do it was because they learned how to deliver their product or service quickly. You see, speed matters, you guys. Speed will make you big, and then you got to learn how to stay nimble once you become big. But okay, so Daron, why do I care about that? I don't own Amazon. I don't own Uber. I didn't invent the Lime scooter and the Bird scooter. Well, okay, I'm going to tell you why that applies to you. Because in whatever business you're in, that business is shifting and changing, adjusting and adjusting, moving and twisting every day. And one, you have to be nimble and quick and be able to change with it on a dime. And you need to find ways to deliver your service or product to your clients in a more rapid, seamless, instant way. What? What does that mean? What are you talking about? I'm in real estate. I'm in the slow charging real estate game, and I make one sale at a time to one person. Stop. Now you have to stop and think. Now, how do I become more rapid? How do I deliver my service to my audience more quickly? Hey, Tracy, thanks for joining us. How do I get my service or my product into the hands or at the disposal of the client more quickly? Because the world is speeding up. Okay, if you're in real estate, Zillow put a gun to your head and said, you better speed up or we're going to make you insignificant. We're going to make you obsolete. So real estate person, buyer, broker, investor, Zillow has changed the way you operate, right? So Zillow is another giant killer, right? Zillow is something that has changed the shape of the industry. Look at all the different things that have totally changed the industry. Now, are you in an industry that Zillow or something like that is making antiquated, is making old, the way you can outperform, the way you can win the game despite a Zillow and things like that is you can learn how to become quicker. You can learn how to become faster. You can learn how to become more nimble. You can learn how to use the technology to make you faster. Okay? Do you understand? That's exactly how that should happen. Yeah, Brandy Billy is a very good friend of mine, and you're absolutely right. He's good at helping people take a product to market quickly, help you get more nimble and get more technologically oriented. The internet has changed everything, everything. Now the question is, are you doing dinosaur business or are you doing business in the world of the Jetsons? Because we're in the land of the Jetsons now, you guys. This ain't the Flintstones, this is the Jetsons. And if you're still Fred Flintstone trying to live in the world of the Jetsons, you're gonna get run over, you're gonna get smashed, you're gonna go broke, you're gonna get put out of business. So how are you gonna speed? You guys know my famous little saying, you gotta speed it up and dumb it down. I say it in the reverse order. You gotta dumb it down and speed it up. Dumb it down and speed it up. So in other words, business is really simple. It's how do I get the best opportunity into the person's hand or on their plate faster than the next guy? How do I go faster? How do I speed up? How do I deliver how good I am to more people more rapidly? Okay, I could be the greatest salesman in the world. I have an opinion about that actually, but I could be the greatest salesman in the world, but if I can't get my service or my product to my client, to my targeted base quickly, then someone else is gonna beat me to it. Someone else is gonna beat me to it. Do you understand? And let me tell you something. So I have to find rapid fire ways to let people know more quickly, more accurately, and in greater numbers who I am and what I can do for them and how that's beneficial. You see, so real estate, some people might say, well, real estate kind of doesn't count because people want an agent and they want somebody who can walk them through it methodically and take them through the steps and through the contracts and all of that. And I agree. That's why we are still valuable. However, the delivery of the opportunity to your client needs to speed up. See, I can go 100 miles an hour because I want to make 10,000 people today know that Daron Campbell exists and he's the best real estate agent on planet Earth. And with Daron Campbell, you're going to make more money, you're going to save more money, you have the greatest negotiator on planet Earth on your team. But if I don't get that message to you fast enough, someone else will beat me to the punch. Do you understand? Hey, T, good morning. Hey, Oscar, what's happening, man? Listen, do you understand? Message to market has to go faster. And then I can go fast, get my message to market faster, touch 10,000 people this week. And then when I get face to face with that client, then I can slow down and explain the merits of the benefits of my service to them. And I can go at a pace that makes them comfortable, right? So I can pace. I can make them feel relaxed and coddled and comfortable because the real estate process is like that. The real estate process and the typical client out there doesn't want to feel rushed. They don't want to feel like you're a used car salesman. So this is where the balancing act comes in, because I went rush to market, give me 10,000 people, touch them. And then when somebody says, Daron, I want to meet with you about selling my real estate, I captured. And then when I walk in that front door, then I slow down, and then I'm a calm guy who can articulate carefully and succinctly how the process goes and why I am the absolute best choice for them to use in the sale of their real estate and then in the purchase of their subsequent real estate sales. You gotta change hats, ladies and gentlemen. See, in some instances, you gotta have on your motorcycle helmet, and you gotta be doing 110 miles an hour with your hair on fire, right? And then when you get in the front door, boom, you have to slow it down and make that client comfortable that you are the absolute person that can best service them in this intricate, delicate, biggest investment they'll ever have process. All right? So it's not the big that eat the small, it's the fast that eat the slow. And then you still have to make that client feel coddled and taken care of and comfortable. You understand? All right, now let me tell you why speed is ultra important, like in a direct way. I'll use real estate brokerage for an example. Okay, in this day and age, since speed is so important. And part of the reason speed is so important is because today you have to touch more people in order to get the appointment. You have to touch more people and inform more people about who you are and what your service is in order to get belly to belly, face to face with more people. Your goal is to get in front of as many people as you can every day. Today, with technology, with caller ID, with all of the gates and filters and gatekeepers that keep you away from the prospect, you got to call more, you got to knock on more, you got to mail to more, you got to email more, you have to advertise more to more people in order to get that appointment. It's different than 50 years ago when the door-to-door salesman went knocking on the door to sell you the vacuum cleaner. Well, that's Flintstone stuff. And today we're in the world of the Jetsons, ladies and gentlemen. This is future pacing right now. So you got to touch more people to get that one appointment. And I'll tell you why. And that's why speed matters too, because if it used to take 100 dials for you to talk to somebody on the phone because everybody answered their phone that was hanging in the kitchen on the wall, and they answered the phone when it rang, they didn't know who was calling. They didn't have a machine filtering it out. They didn't have caller ID. They didn't have a sophisticated voicemail. There was no do not call list. There's all these things that try to block us from getting to the client, right? So in order to win this game, you have to touch 10 times as many people. So if you have to touch 10 times as many people to get the same appointment, then now instead of having a list of 100 people, that same number of appointments has to come from a list of 1,000 people. So you got to really jack up your volume. You got to really, and in order to touch those 1,000 people, what do you have to do? In order to touch 1,000 people in the same amount of time that you used to touch 100 people, what do you have to do? You got to jack up your speed. You got to go faster. It's the fast that eat the slow. Now let me read a passage from a sales report that I read that'll tell you just exactly how you gotta, these are some stats actually, it's really statistics, that somebody did a study about cold call. And if you don't understand why you're not doing a ton of business, it's probably because of your numbers. It's probably because you're not touching enough people. And it's probably because you don't realize that you have to touch a whole lot more people today to get to that one appointment, to get to that face-to-face, to give you the chance to really do the job. Do you understand? There's so many more filters. Technology is so good. Matter of fact, I just saw something where there's an app that will answer your phone and engage in a conversation with a telemarketer as if it were you and keep them on the phone for like 15 or 20 minutes, and it's not even you. It's some robot that's just tying them up and basically wasting their time. Some guy thinks he's real clever for inventing that, and it's really unbelievable. It's really, but that's where we're going. People are finding ways to keep you out more efficiently, and that makes your sales job a little harder. And so you got to hit more people in order to get the same number of appointments you used to get. Okay, so let me tell you about these statistics. Check this out. A company did a study about cold calling, and this is about real estate. This is about real estate. The ability for a cold caller to get an appointment, and this will give you an idea of why you need to touch a lot more people, which means you need to go a lot faster in your marketing efforts. Listen to this. Okay, agents in 10 geographic areas completed 14 hours of lead generation over 14 days. It was conducted by agents who had basically little experience, no big database, no past clients. 6,264 calls were made. Now listen to this. They made 6,000 calls amongst all these people. Check this out. 1,037 were bad numbers. 3,450 didn't answer the phone. That means 71.6%. 71.6% of the calls failed to reach a real person. That's 71%. Okay, and then for the 28.4% where there was a contact made with a live person, 929 said, I'm not interested. So it was the wrong time, it was the wrong person, wrong time, whatever. Okay, 132 requested a call back, right? Okay, so at the end of the day, it took 208 calls basically to get one appointment. Okay, So, and then there was a 1.7% conversion ratio for agents when they actually reached a person. Wow, 1.7%. 1.7%, meaning for every 60 people that they reached, the agent could get an appointment. Okay, do you hear that? So you had to reach 60 people to get the appointment. And only 1.7% of them, only 1.7% of them actually got an appointment, actually agreed to an appointment. So here's the baby math. By making 50 calls an hour, it took an agent 6 hours to get one appointment. Do you hear me? Do you hear me how these numbers are difficult? 6 hours to get one appointment. And then the appointment ratio where they got a listing or the person became a buyer was 2 to 1. So if it took 6 hours to get one appointment and it took 2 appointments to get a deal to happen, that means it took 12 hours of calling to make one transactionable thing happen. Oh my God, listen to that, listen to that, listen to that. Okay, so if you're trying to wonder why you're not a millionaire yet, if you're trying to wonder why deals aren't falling out of the sky, if you're trying to figure out, why isn't my bank account bigger? It's because you're not going fast enough, because you're not touching enough people. If you're not touching enough people, you're not going to get to those kind of numbers. How long did it take you to make your last 6,000 calls? Don't answer, don't answer. But the point is this. The people who understand what it takes to really make money out there in the real world understand you got to be nimble and quick. You got to be Amazon. You got to be Uber. You got to be fast because you have to touch a lot more people in today's society, into today's economy. You got to go faster because you got to touch more people. That's just the real hardcore truth about it. That's just the reality, people. That's just the reality. If you're an investor, Sabrina, if you're an investor, you gotta make 10 times as many offers to find one deal that makes any kind of sense, don't you? Am I right? There used to be a day and age when if you knocked on 5 or 6 doors of people who were in some sort of trouble or a situation, 1 or 2 of those would say, okay, let's go. But now the difference today is those people are all being attacked because their information is public. So everybody who's got the public information, boom, can send them something electronically. So now you've got 8 or 9 or 10 other investors approaching each one of those very same people that you were approaching. Do you understand why speed matters? Do you understand why you got to dumb it down and speed it up? Do you understand why speed kills? Speed kills for you, or it will kill you. Okay? You got to go faster or you're going to be eaten by the fast. Do you understand? You heard the numbers. The numbers are crazy. The numbers are crazy. So if you want to make $1 million, because we're on the road to $1 million, you want to make $1 million, you better learn how to speed up your game. You need to read that book. It's not the big that eat the small, it's the fast that eat the slow, and you got to learn how to speed your game up. You got to learn how to touch more people. You got to learn how to leverage yourself and leverage your efforts so that one promotional piece touches 10,000 people. One ad touches 5,000 people. One mailer hits 1,000 people at a time. One voice drop recording touches 5,000 people. You guys got to figure out in your arena, in your place, in wherever it is you are. If you're chasing foreclosures, take all those notices of foreclosure and how fast can you get your information, your notification, your request to me to that person in foreclosure. Can you get it to them the same day? A lot of people are coming tomorrow. A lot of people are going to come the next day. Can you get yours there the first day? Can you use speed to your advantage? Can you be the first to market? Can you be the person who gets your information to the expired listing owner faster than anyone else? Can you be the first to get there? You see, there's no prize for second place. There's no prize for second place. This ain't today's little league soccer and baseball where everybody gets a freaking trophy. This is the real world. Everybody don't get a trophy. There's no prize for second place. There's only first place gets paid. Everybody below first place goes broke. There's the only prize is for first place. Can you get there first so that you can be in first place? Because guess what? If I get the listing today, those other 8 agents that want to get the listing that come after me, how much do they get paid? Nothing. First place might pay me $100,000. Second place pays nothing. How about that? Now, if you don't pick up the speed, if you don't pick up the pace, then what is going to be your competitive advantage? What is your competitive advantage? How are you totally different from anybody else other than your ability to deliver speed? Now, there are other ways to differentiate yourself, but if you get there second or third or fourth, guess what? You might not even get the chance to tell them what the difference between you and the other guys is. Whoa, whoa, Marlon, where are those fireworks I told you about? When I hit a hot point, you need to like explode some fireworks, man. That's a heavy duty thing, ladies and gentlemen. There ain't no prize for second place. Second place pays doo-doo. Now, what are you going to do to set yourself apart? First of all, use speed. Let's use speed first and foremost so that then we get the chance to tell our story, so that we get the chance to differentiate ourselves, so we get the chance to be somebody that they see and has a chance to give to make our pitch. You can have the best pitch in the world, and I got a pretty good pitch, but if I don't get there first, I might not even get the chance, ladies and gentlemen. Whoa, that's heavy duty stuff. You better wake up. This is the wake up show. This is the road to 1 million. I'm telling you about speed. I'm telling you how speed kills. I'm telling you how it's not the big that eat the small. It's the fast that eat the slow. What are you going to do about that? Ladies and gentlemen, pick up the pace. Figure out how to leverage. Touch more people every day. Talk to more people every day. Get your message to more people every day. That's your advantage. Let's get back. I'll help you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Daron Campbell. I'm your real estate mentor. I'll see all of you. Make it a great day. Happy birthday, Angie.
Saturday night, get live, set it off right, swing with my peeps king. Take your passive mic and turn the up tier. You hear the speaker blow, the red sky, it's 9 o'clock. Time for the wake up show. To the breaker, you think I'ma say doing what I say, day, cause it rhymes with sway. My word is born on the scene, blotting out the main street, doing it right with your ways on the mix. Late in the night, so soon in, cause the crew don't sleep. Moving in your G 92.3. It's 9 o'clock, PM 92.3. The beat gets to rock hip hop non-stop. You know who got the props in LA on Saturdays. Check the sway, no doubt.
Your clocks for the unorthodox hip hop that drop.